Hello and welcome. I thought I'd start the cameras now because obviously this is space game and this is misbehaving. It's just literally wobbling around. Nothing's happened since last time, just literally down tools. And yeah, it's doing weird things. So, oh, yeah. Let's try that again. I didn't do anything strange. It just parts literally just stopped and then gone straight off. So there's nothing really you can actually do. Right, let's put it down. Yes, I have now. Right. No, it is strange. I went away yesterday, and I think you could probably tell from what I said that I was a little bit. I was unsure as to what was what, and it is true. This is to be used instead of a plough. You can't use allow create fields with it, so which means you can't use it as a plough really. Which is a little bit strange. Yeah, you can't actually go over that bit where I've literally done the which you can do with the plough, obviously. So a little bit strange in a way, although it can be used as a plough, it says, and it does definitely say that for this particular one. So yeah, I'm a little bit unsure. Right, so then I think yeah, we're gonna do one more because I think we're gonna get the tree the time after this. So let's just do this, and then we're gonna set the worker going. We are gonna grab. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in strips, I think, but I think we're gonna need to put some. Yeah, I'm gonna do this strip, then we're gonna literally set the worker going, and then we're gonna work out. It's hard to know what to do because obviously if we stick into base game like animals, there's only really the pigs, and pigs don't produce so much slurry or manure as cows do, but they do produce manure and slurry. So, but they also breed very rapidly. They are a little bit expensive to feed, but not at the beginning. Not as they start off when you've got little amounts. It's when they get quite the big amounts that we will eventually get to. When it doesn't take long to get there with pigs. Yeah, if I put, well, there is no allow create fields with this, unless of course you've got the field cultivator mod on. And I'm gonna do some of this. I'm gonna put some marks around it. So we're going to sort of have this as the line in a way, but I am going to be guided by that line because the field shape is strange, and that is almost a central mark. So I'm going to split this definitely into at least more, because it is a very large field, not as large as some of them on the map, but this is probably 2 or 3 fields of a normal sort of size. So I'm quite happy if we're going with pigs that we need to be putting things down. Now, luckily we've not got crop rotation on, because I wouldn't be able to. Well, I would be able to do it again, but if I did corn again, it would have bad things normally if I'd got crop rotation on. So we set this going now, and also though, one thing I do want to do is quickly is go and put that the RTK station down. And I think we're going to put it down in there, I reckon. Well, it's definitely in tools, or I think it's in sheds or something silly like that. I'm sure this caught me out last time. Sure it did. I'm sure it's in here. Yeah, it is. Right, fantastic. So we should now get the bonus. Or workers. No, let's also, if we're going to do this, let's set it going from the very beginning, and then we're going to go grab. Well, I know we need corn for a fact, and the rest. Now then, is this straight? Oh, it's not straight, is it? Looking at that. Let's just see. Have I done it correct? Oh, well, no, I forget they always pull in a sort of strange way. So now, is it going to hit the silo? That's the one thing. I'm going to just wait for 1 minute, and then we are going to get cracking. yeah, well, I don't want to just wander off and then basically this is not going to work, because that's the thing with workers, isn't it? And then we'll any tidy up little bits and patches that aren't right. We'll do. Trying to think, how big is this part of the field going to be? Actually, that's not bad. You could do four fields if that first line is a little bit better than that. It is, then what we could do is probably, let's just tidy this field up. I'm going to do this as a time myself because it's going to be a monster episode. It really is. It's a lot of field prep. We've got all manner of things to do. So, yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. coming out of the time lapse a little early because, yeah, this is, I think I'm going to have to do this in a couple of hits. I was hoping to do the entire field like I used to on Hobo's Hollow, but this is still a very large field, it really is. And also, yeah, I was checking earlier on pig food, and I was thinking, oh yeah, but I've missed the grain. And I thought, yeah, but it's only, you're going to take a hit on productivity. We've got to be realistic, as you would be. And I mean, to be honest, in real life, we'd buy the grain from another farmer. But obviously, this is one of those things that if I'm going to stick to not using modded or packs, then I can't buy the lots because it's a pack, which means that base game doesn't provide anything else. I could do the H2 Studios mod through buying, but again, it's a mod, so it's one of those things. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know why when I set the worker going down, all of a sudden it started to do this field down here. I don't know what to do now, whether to just go as far as I have done and then do the rest, and then I'm going to have to do a couple of lines or else it's going to go wrong. So yeah, and I'm sort of thinking, yeah, there's a couple of little patches there. I think I'm going to have to, because I can't really afford to do an entire field, another hot quarter of this. Oh, there's a bit at the bottom as well. Yeah, it was all the sugar beets. And what on earth happened? Why it did that? Perhaps I didn't do a headland. It's my fault. Because if I'd have done a headland with this strip in the middle, it would have been enough for it not to make the jump. But I didn't. Again, used to Courseplay. I do know the basics with workers, just I don't use them very often, and that means you go rusty and you forget. And as I was lots thinking, you should know that. Yeah, but hey ho, it is what it is. It's done. So what we're going to do is round this off, get this lot done around the edge, and then we're going to go through. Next session we've got to do sorghum, which you can use instead of maize. I didn't realise that. Instead of corn, you can actually use sorghum as the corn. So that is something new to me. I really didn't realise you could do that. So yes, that's something. And I've got to be honest, sorghum is, in my personal opinion, one of the, well, it used to be. The last time I planted sorghum, sorghum's one of those crops, it almost takes so little seed. It's unbelievable. Right, let's be careful. That's about it. Then just finish that bit. Yeah, I realise this has gone out slightly. What we ought to do is just like do it at an angle to get it go in like that, and then we're just going to have to, yeah, do it from this point onwards, which is going to be very, very awkward. But you could do it in real life, even though it's not very nice. You could do it, and that's all I'm worried about. But I'm going to have to manually do this, or else the workers will. Well, to be honest, I mean, I've tried this oversown, and I've also tried ploughing out. I tried it on Avon Valley, and it doesn't work. Yeah, I ploughed it. It's literally on YouTube for people to look at. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to plough it out, but you can't. It's still, even though I ploughed it over wheat, I think I did wheat and barley on one field on Avon Valley by mistake. So I thought, well, let's just plough it out, and then we'll just oversow it with wheat. And I did it in the right area, came to do it, and it hadn't done it at all. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. So I think they just, yeah, we really came in the line. But I thought we're going to finish this field first. We're still, obviously, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I remember. No, it should be, actually. The growth of the grass should be okay by August. But, April. It begins with an A still, but yeah, it's not. Right, let's have a look. I would imagine that means that hasn't finished. I didn't expect it to. You know you're going to set a worker off, and it's going to do. Doesn't like triangles, as we all know, which is why I was trying to do my best to. Yeah, we've only got that last section to do though. To do the. I am right. It is a plough of sorts, but you can't do. Sorry, yeah, it is. It does say it's plough. Where did that get to then? Oh wow! Yeah, again corners. Yeah, imagine. I think I'll leave this till next session. We'll finish this bit off next time. Again, it's this corner that's doing it. So again, we need to be taking the sharpness off this. I'll just do a couple of runs right now, but yes. So we're going to do sorghum as the corn element. As I said, it would be fantastic if we could load the Lortz pack. It would make things a little bit easy. It's cheap fertilizer, but it's always more about the animal food. It is in a way, but again, it's not me trying to be, but that's I do realise that in some ways it is very expensive. We were at 270. We've cost us 35,000 to buy all the seeds, fertilizer, and lime, and we are nowhere near finished. This is what I was saying really with the FS22. Giants have, everything's expensive and the profit is very low, which is why it is very difficult on the base game. Really, you've got to save eco living for quite a while. I mean, and when you think about the BGA, I mean, I just don't want to get started on that again because it's just awful. It is, but this is the state of play. Oh, I have missed a little bit, so that patch at the bottom is not right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do for the sugar beet. So I mean, to be honest, some of that's going to be for profit. It really is. Yeah, it because there's too much there. It's only 5% the root crop sort of thing. Let me just get my notes from earlier. I wrote it down somewhere. Here we go. Yes, notes. Oh no, that is not the notes. Oh, it is. It is on the back of that. Yeah, sorghum is 50%. Sunflower, 20%. Wheat and barley would be 25%. So we can get 75% productivity, which means we're going to take a hit on productivity. But that's all. Doesn't mean we can't do that. So sorghum's the biggest one. Sorghum or corn, basically. Sunflowers or canola. We've missed canola, that's why I put sunflowers. So we're going to do sunflowers on field. The biggest one is, let me move this. Yeah, that one there. That one's the one we're going to do sorghum. Might actually do that as sorghum as well, because sorghum's a good cash crop as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Obviously, we're going to earn some cash from that. And the other one is, yes, we've got sorghum, sunflowers. Yes, so that one we're going to do sorghum. The one that we're doing now, that is what we're going to do sunflowers. So sorghum and sunflowers are both tomorrow. Oh no, sunflowers are today. Oh wow. So it's only sorghum I've got to wait for till tomorrow. So we can get on with the, well, in that case, do we do sunflowers are 20%? Do we do that as fields? And I do a good start on that. If I'm going to have to do it like that. And obviously it's a 6 meter for that. So we could do that. I could do that on that section. Then tomorrow, the sorghum we do in that. Yeah, so sorry, let me do it again. Sunflowers in that section there. It's only 20%. Sorghum, we do it in that, maybe. Roots, sunflowers, yeah, sunflowers, yeah, sorghum. I think if we do that there, that field 16, that section where this number 16 is, it's all field 16. And then all of this is sorghum, because it is a very light on seeds, or was. I don't know if it still is. Last time I did it, it wasn't as good as it used to be. So tomorrow, next session, we're going to have to, I say plough, but you know what I mean, subsoil that, be a subsoiler on that. Also, we've got to lime and fertilise. I've got no way of actually popping over there now. There's no tractor over there anymore. I did leave one for a while. One thing I'd like to do, though, now is just finish off. Is that the right one? Yes, it is. Just get that bit there. That's bizarre, because on here, it's green, but it's not actually. It's here. So he's did the fertiliser. But that's bizarre. It makes no sense. Why we would not have planted there. Nearly, yeah, no, that's about it. I know we did a bit of ploughing. Never ceases to amaze me the actual weird states, the different states when you do this. Right, let's have a look. There's still a few little speckles straight across here. I think let's try and have a look, see if we are matched this because I don't really want to plant and not do it properly. Still a bit. Actually, more like that. Look at this little speckly bit here, where we did the ploughing section afterwards, which obviously, well, as I said, it's weird. when you don't want it to, it does, and then when you do want it to, it doesn't. It's strange. That's it. Yeah, there's a couple of speckles. One of those little speckles. Why have we got a little tiny patch of yellow, like corn? I must have a sprag that's still. So we'll change this to sunflowers, and we will get that. And I will do that next session. Get on with ploughing that field, subsoiling, and we'll also go and do some of the. True, if we're gonna, yeah, so now that's lime, so this is done, so that sunflowers we can put in straight away, and then we'll crack on with doing that, ready for the yeah, there's plenty of seeds. It's the fertilizer that we are absolutely hammering, but I knew that, and I know it's expensive. The lime is quite cheap, but we need a lot of it because it's the very first time we have limed. So therefore it absolutely canes it. Once we're in the habit with precision farming of doing all this, it will be absolutely fine. Would like to check on camera though. No, yeah, it is. No, I am right. Right, so that's it. So we're definitely out on that. Does it say it's weeding? It should say it straight away. We've not got a field info on, have we? No, it's all like this. It is, and you won't see that until I've got the additional field info mod on, which is so useful. I'm so used to just looking at the ground like that, and it tells me, yeah, exactly that the weeds are growing, and it doesn't. Oh, hang on, it does here. Okay. Weeds. Okay. It doesn't tell you weeds growing, does it? Yeah, we've like done that, but. Yeah, we know they're not growing right now, but unless it is that, obviously when you subsoil, it does do the weeding as well, which is quite intriguing. Yeah. Wow. Okay, maybe it does then. So that is good. If I have used that is amazing. If that has done that, the only thing you can't do with it is properly plough. Yeah, it won't let you. I can't cut a field. I can't cut into any of these with the subsoil. I do like this. I'm quite like this. As I do think it's very pretty. I do. I love the fact we've got this. I would like to buy more sheds, but again, we're hemorrhaging money on doing this field. It'd be interesting to see, because all we're going to do is buy seeds, fertilizer, and lime. It'd be interesting to see how much it costs to seed this entire field. It is a big field. We are going to earn quite a bit from, because it's the equivalent to, well, it is easily 4 fields. I mean, we've got that. Yeah. It is. I mean, in time, I'd like to buy more, but yeah, I mean, the BGA is going to bring in 200 grand, but I think we're easily going to spend that other 35,000 on fertilizer, which means we will have spent, I'm guesstimating now, about 70 grand on everything to get this field, which is a lot of money when you consider it. I'm sort of considering allowing the swapping of equipment, but as in like many farmers, buying new equipment, but I don't want it to, yeah, the value of our new equipment, because it's not new anymore really, but I mean it's 6 months old, so I mean if it devalues quite a bit, but yeah, like we did with the cultivator, I don't mind doing that. It is a shame about the katana. Now that would be nice, that kind of thing. But it is 63. We're all right for trailers. It would be nice to have an auger, really, but yeah, more for an American map, really. So I think we'll make do with the 30, 60, almost 90 odd tons. I think the only thing, as I said, I keep going on about it, is the liquid tanker. We can make do with the 30 tonner, but yeah, it is a bit. So obviously, I don't want to waste the digestate. Is there a liquid storage unit in the containers now? Because these are the other things that obviously the Omatana liquid one is what I'm used to using. Liquid fertilizer, but that's not really what we're after. These are all fuel, aren't they? Yeah, I would probably get that one there, the small one, because that is quite. I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with that. That's the Giants one. Well, it's got to be because I haven't got any other mods in. So that's I like the range. I mean, I keep sort of saying about Giants stainless steel fertilizer. Now, it is fertilizer, but does it mean that kind of fertilizer? Different products. And if I does that? No, it doesn't tell you. Does it? What is the info for that? With different products, I'm going to have to check that one out, because if it does do liquids, and I don't think the Karma does, I think it's solids. That's water. Silos is exactly as it says on the tin, just silos. But the AGI, just crops. Extensions. Yeah, they are literally. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I would have to, if it is that the containers, which it would be in this. There's a modded one of the Unia of the Karma, obviously, but it is modded, which you can have a liquid one, and then there's one by Matana that's a modded one of these. Or, no, it's not. It's like it, but it doesn't say Meridian. But yeah, one of those. So, I mean, there's options, but again, only options if you will allow me to go mods, but I don't want it to go mad. I really do want this to be quite a challenge where it is. Well, I did it with the base game. I only wish really to cover those things that are that there's holes in the lineup, and that's one of them where you can't have anything in the base game. And the only other thing is I'd love to go multi-crop greenhouse pack for the production shed, but only to make ourselves, because this would help us out money wise, as in, but I am going to insist that we don't sell, because the fertilizer business is a cracking business that really can net you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands in time. So we've not got an awful lot in the BG. I think it was 30 odd tons, and it's not going to have gone up rapidly, because that thing isn't rapid at anything at all. Yeah, 30 tons. And there's still pretty much 29 tons of that. Yeah, because it is so slow. I mean, it is awful. Yeah, I know. Let's let it go. There's only so many times that you can say it's awful. It is. I mean, it is slowly eating this away. I'm hoping. Obviously, we sold this about this time, and it was 200 and something thousand, 450, so it was 212. It lost a little bit more than 50%, so I'm hoping we get 200 odd grand for it, which with the 50 odd grand we'll have lost 150,000. Don't forget the digestate out. That, you know, I can't use it. If we did the production shed, I could use it for fertilizer, which would help us to be a little bit self-sufficient. That's all. And it wouldn't go far either. That's the other thing. It's just I don't really want to waste it by just making it go pop, and all of that effort to get the free fertilizer from the digestate is just gone. I really don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, we've also, yeah, I suppose we bought this as well for 20 grand. There's bits and bobs. We've got that one shed now. It's a start. I'd like another one, but again, it's showing willing. I didn't want to not do anything. We'd got them before, and obviously lost a shed, really, when you think about selling two. We basically got the equivalent to one back. Got the we've got two of the, show you, two of the telehandler tools. I've got one up at the shop where it's going to stay, and one down here where it's going to stay. The one bucket, which that is fantastic. Say the equipment, I have it has widened out when you consider. I know we sacrificed the tractor, but we bought the fertilizer spreader and a lot of other stuff. The other thing I'd like to buy, but again, it is in, I believe it's in planters, these things, and it is the Lemken front, because it's, I thought you could put lime in that one. Have I got a modded one again? I wonder, because I'm sure one of the planter boxes, it might be, it probably is. That's weird, because yeah, we've got a few. Oh, they've been modded, weren't they? Yeah, the boxes. There's more than that. There really is. There was one of the red boxes too. It is in planters. It was not in seeders. Yeah, I know we've got this one. Again, only fertilizer and seeds. But the one that I'm thinking did allow you to do, yeah, again, that's the same. We've got that. We know we've got one of those too. But yeah, there was. I'm sure it was the, must be a modded one of the Lemkins, because that one, I'm sure the Azurit that I know allowed you also to put lime in, lime storage. Definitely. So yeah, we've got no way of having an additional store for the lime. And I know 14 tons is quite a lot, but it really isn't. Not for liming, not especially not the first time. We caned, I think we got through 28 tons. And then we've got some left to finish off next time. But yeah, I'm going to literally sort of stick this one as one session. It's been quite a monster, but we have done quite well. I mean, yeah, we've not planted as much as I'd like. We've only planted that one thing, but we've prepped the fields quite a lot, and they are big. It is a big field. Or I mean, now it's split into 4, and I do like the fact it is actually showing the split now. Earlier it wasn't showing that, but it's actually showing the green separator now, so it does recognize that it is. I've just got to separate. I think I've got to do a few more headlands before I allow them to yeah, because the workers do check, but I think probably is not quite big enough. I didn't want to yeah, it's fairly big. I mean, I've made the mistake of doing the tiny little, and that really doesn't separate the field at all. But yeah, well, that's good. That's pH value perfect, nitrogen perfect. Needs rolling. Again, certain sacrifices I am prepared to take in the first year. I nearly always, again, in the base game, there's some very reasonable rollers, which I sometimes forget. And you often sacrifice rollers in the first year. But yeah, the one thing I am going to say, I do truly think that is correct, but I haven't got that mod in. Again, I've got all the mods. I really think that it is only fair that we sort of get a free one of these as sort of like, I mean, if we'd got all of those, we'd be minted. I realise that. But even if this was another company renting our ground, it is our ground. The fact that we don't get any kind of reimbursement for having them on our, to me, is cheeky. So I feel like putting one of those in that field, and that is our reimbursement for that they give us one of those, and that income from that one is ours, that to like literally pay for the fact that they've taken up a massive chunk of our field. Really, it's not small. Well, you can see those 3. It's that compound. It's about a quarter of that field, and it's quite a lot. There is a lot of space here. It is quite a considerable chunk. So please, I would very much appreciate your opinion on this. I would stick the mod on as in just to inject the money, because I want to do it exactly, and then to untick the mod the next session to take it out. I don't want to sort of ruin the spirit of things, but I'd love to do that, but only if you agree that that is fair. It is. I mean, I think it is, but again, and I am trying to be fair as well. But all that remains to be said, there is one thing I'd like to do, and that is really to just quickly go and check to see if the grass has grown. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, we get out of here. Okay. No, it's too big a fan. Oh, you can. Okay, I didn't expect to get away with that. Oh. Yeah, you got to have a better run than that. Okay, it'll only let me get away with it once. Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way. Trust me, still these things you've got to learn. Let's see, can we do a run up and actually jump the fence? If we do it right, we can. Fantastic. Yeah, I just want to see how the grass is doing, to see if we did, because we did leave it. I did actually leave it. I didn't cut it in November or anything silly, because we could have done. I could have got another cut out of it, but I know that if you do it in November, don't like even doing it in October, that it doesn't grow next year properly, and you've got to wait till about May, June time. So yeah, it's not 3rd, but it is. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning. I think that second growth stage. It's more, no, it is. First growth stage looks really poxy. It does. There should be some still sections where you can see. It's not the golden green though. That's what I go on. It does look, it sort of does throw you out a bit, but there should be some tough still. Yeah, like that. I thought, yeah, I must have done this better than I thought. Yeah, again, I would like a shed on this section that we keep the grass equipment over this way. I mean, I do realise, yeah, all I've done is just drop these. Obviously, in real life, I'd chain these to something. I wouldn't just leave expensive equipment like that lying around. I do want to get a shed. Yeah, if you look at this generous headland at the top, or maybe there. Yeah, next to the BGA, because it's... Yeah, again, I don't want to steal a turnaround, but there is quite a generous headland on this side, but then it's the turnaround. Yeah, that's why I was really plumbing for the top of that edge up there, because that's space that's never really going to be affected. We could stick a shed in that corner going that away, and all the equipment could go in there, and it would be nice and safe, and also undercover and protected. So yeah, I think that's what I'd like to do. Another easy shed, because they are very good value. I do like them in the base game. If I was to go for a shed and I can't have anything else, the easy shed is definitely a cracking thing. It is. Yeah, anyway, yes, that is it for this session. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this. It is exciting. It is a real challenge to be just with base games. It is like, well, I've got to be honest, there's not been that many improvements really since FS22 was released, apart from the modders mods. Yeah, Giants haven't really put anything that covers the holes and the floors. There's lots of packs, your tractors and all sorts of equipment, but nothing really that covers. Yeah, I mean, there's liquid tankers are just as they were in the beginning. There's no 60 tonners, no 80 tonners, nothing like that. It's still the same old. There's some of the tractors. I mean, tractors and things like that. There's a cracking range. Again, nothing cheap, not really. Most of yeah, I mean, I miss my AB. I don't think there is an AB in the game, is there? So that I do like a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's the Antonio Carrera pack. Yeah, and there is the Volvo from that. Yeah, this is the closest to the AB, but it is very expensive. Personally, for a very... I think the AB's, yeah, 100 and something. Very much like that, the Rigitrack, that particular one. But it's 50,000. Yeah, I mean, these mounties seem a bit expensive as well. I was looking at one. We got one on special on Maypole, which I am going to return to when we finish Court Farms, which we are racing through really. We've got an awful lot of episodes, 40-something episodes so far. Going to start the storyline as soon as everything settles down and the game settles down. I mean... That's the only reason. But I thought I wanted to do a challenge like this for a long time, and I thought, well, the mods are all crashing and burning all around your ears. It's fairly obvious on just about every Let's Play. And then at the end, that last week, I don't even know if it was an update. I presume it was an update. It usually is a silent update. It's the thing that's always tripped the game up ever since FS. Ever since that first update that destroyed... yeah, destroyed saves the very first time that Giants did it. It was only, yeah, I mean, I was on Elm Creek when that I'd literally recorded an episode and it wouldn't save. There was something about the Lewis, something, yeah, you needed a new save, which is ridiculous, really. But yeah, I didn't know that. You don't just know things like that unless you're on the Giants forums every single day, which even as a content creator, even I don't do that. I do look on Modder almost every day because I'm obviously got a vested interest on trying to keep up with what's coming in and what's not. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I could chat for another 20 minutes about it. Yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.